Hello guys, Shuckle King here with my Brawl for All Pools Game 1 team builder and game against Leo, and his team consists of most threatening and the least threatening is Entei, Suicune, Tracheon with Z, offensive moves, Mega Aerodactyl, Thunderous Incarnate, Fortress, Aromatisse with Z, attacking moves, and Grotle. I don't think he's going to bring Grotle realistically, so I think really any of those top 7 could come to this battle. The top 3 threads looking at his team initially for me were Mega Venusaur, just because it really takes everything on his team except for like a Mega Arrow with Wing Attack and like Max Attack Adamant, and Entei takes it on pretty well even with Thick Stat. So I gotta watch out for those, but I can really center this team around a very bulky Mega Venusaur and should do pretty well. Another poke that I feel like has pretty good potential in this matchup is Vaporeon, just because it handles Entei, which is really the only Pokemon on the team that handles Entei really well. So Vaporeon is definitely very important. It also takes on Tracheon and Mega Aerodactyl pretty well. And the third poke is Celesteela, just because it's so good. Defensively it handles everything but Thundee and Entei. So looking at my team, the first Pokemon I have, as I said before, was Mega Venusaur. Very weird defensive spread. I don't know why that changed. Max HP, 104 defense, 40 special defense, 60 speed, and 52 modest and special attack. Now for this spread, I am not Twig KO'd by Zen Headbutt Terrakion. I'm also not Twig KO'd by Thundee Incarnate with Hidden Power Ice. I'm not too scared of a Fly set just because he doesn't have Z usage on it, though he could bring a Power Herb Z Fly set, but I'd be a lot more satisfied if he did bring like a physical Thundee spread. And he really hit everything on his team except for the Fortress with this. The speed lets me outspeed Suicune, and the rest of my investment was in the modest max 52 special attack investment. So to handle the Entei a little better, I have Vaporeon, just max HP, max defense. Pretty standard there. The Skull can hopefully burn a lot of things in this matchup. It handles the Terrakion at +2, handles the Mega Aerodactyl pretty well as well. Next we have Celesteela, a defensive spread with max HP, some defensive investment, and special defense. This lets me live +2 close combat from Terrakion and kill it with a Heavy Slam. It lets me to live a Thunderbolt from Thunder's Eye and do. I think it kills after rocks. I don't know if it kills without rocks with Rocky MZ Stone Edge. And I'm not too KO'd by Mega Arrow, so I should be able to either kill with Heavy Slam or Stone Edge or Leech Seed stall it and get some HP back up. Leech Seed Protect just to get more recovery. Heavy Slam to hit like the Terrakion, and Rocky MZ is to kill Entei and Thunder's Eye after rocks. Next Pokemon I have is Donphan. 140 HP, max attack, and 116 defense. This also lets me live a +2 close combat from Terrakion. Terrakion is not going to win this battle against me. Stone Edge is to hit the Mega Aerodactyl, hit the Thunder's Eye. Earthquake hits everything else except for, I guess, the Grotle. And with Custap, I can hopefully get in range with Terrakion. I can live a +2 hit and go with an Earthquake, or I can switch into it if he has a +2 up already, and then surprise it with a Custap kill with Earthquake. Because I wouldn't do a whole lot normally. Next Pokemon I have that hopefully cleans up late game is Scolipede with max attack, max speed. The speed lets me outspeed, what is it? Probably the Thunder's Eye. Yeah, the Thunder's Eye. Earthquake, Rock Slide, Poison Jab hits everything. Suicune, not a whole lot. Fortress doesn't do a ton too. But it should do enough with Life Orb, Earthquake. And Toxic Spike is there in case, like, early game I can get those up and maybe pressure some Pokemon on his team. And the last set that I have that I feel like is pretty cool is a Expert Belt Special Dragonite. Flamethrower, Surf, Thunderbolt hits everything on his team except for Aromatisse. I guess I could go like an Iron Head route maybe, but I feel like it wasn't worth it. Max Special Attack. The speed is there to outspeed Suicune, and the rest is there for investment for Aqua Jet. Aqua Jet does a lot to Mega Aerodactyl on Terrakion, and does more damage to those than E-Speed. That's why I went with Aqua Jet there. So hopefully this team does pretty well in my first match. Alright, I'm here for my battle against Leo, or the Chicago Cobalion. He didn't bring Thunderous Eye, which I'm not terribly surprised of. He really could have brought any of the top 7 threats. Would have been shocked if he brought Grotle, just because Mega Venusaur and Celesteela really don't care about it whatsoever. So looking at this, I want to make sure I get Mega Venusaur evolved as fast as Mega Evolved as soon as possible to take any hits from Suicune, like an Ice Beam, or take Fire moves better from Entei, though I'm not going to be taking them great, if he's Choice Banded at least. So I'm going to leave at my Mega Venusaur, and he's going to leave Fortress. I want to get a Leech Seed off just to get some residual damage and break his sturdy. I can go in at Donphan and Rapid Spin away his hazards pretty well, but I missed the Leech Seed. Unfortunate. That way Vaporeon could handle it a little bit better. I could gauge the damage, but that's fine. It doesn't need a Leech Seed, I guess. He goes for Sunny Day, so I'm assuming he's going to go for the Solar Beam right here. I want to switch in my Venusaur to see how much damage I take to it, though Scout is set out. Goes for the Solar Beam and does not much, but it's enough that I know it's a modest spread. So I know I can take that on pretty well, a lot better than Choice Banded. So I get a Leech Seed off here, fortunately, but I don't want to stay in there, so I'm going to switch my Vaporeon to take any hit, because I know I can take even the Solar Beam pretty well from here with the Leech Seed. I get burned, which is very unfortunate. So I'm going to have to waste a turn later on in the match going for a Heal Bell, but that's fine. I just fire off a Wish here. Really can go into anything safely. Hopefully I get a Scald Burn here, but I do not. Sets up his rocks. And he's going to go into a Aromatisse here to just probably Wish Pass into a Fortress to keep that healthy. I have 100% safe switching in the Venusaur, so I want to keep it as healthy as much as possible. Aromatisse basically gives me a free switch to Venusaur. Missed the Leech Seed here. Again, that's very unfortunate. So I could break it sturdy and just keep pressure on it. Gets up spikes. It's a little bit too much hazards for me to enjoy, so I go into Donphan here. Because I missed that initial Leech Seed, he has a lot of momentum at this point, and he can punish me for going for the Rapid Spin here. I could have killed his Entei, but I want to make sure I had to draw it off the field, so I wasn't pressured to do it later on in the match. I go into Dragonite, and then I switch out of Dragonite, seeing if he has the Hidden Power Ice, but he does not. Seem like it anyway. He could reveal it later on in the match. So I can safely handle this Aerodactyl pretty well. That Stone Edge miss was unfortunate, but I would have lived because I had the Wish and Protect. I would have lived Stone Edge with no problems, even with a crit. So now I get rid of the Burn as opposed to going for a Scald here, which I would have done. So that's unfortunate. So now I'm a turn behind still, but I'm trying to catch up here. The Burn is nice on Aromatisse. Doesn't matter a ton though. Again, I would have wished I got that Scald off on the Aerodactyl. So I go for the Wish, just try to keep as high HP on everything as possible. He really can do the same here at Entei, which is annoying, but I don't want to take a hit from this Entei. So he goes for the Sunny Day. Again, this Vaporeon is a very, very nice switch. He can't really do much to it at all unless he reveals the Toxic later on. And at this point, I can try to PP stall the Entei. He gets another Burn, which is very unfortunate. This forces me to again, Heal Bell later on and lose momentum, but he reveals that he's max HP with Weakness Policy. So that's going to do a ton of damage to my Vaporeon. Borderline knocked me out. So at this point, I have to go into my Dragonite and hope that he doesn't have Hidden Power Ice. Protect to get the Sunny Day gone pretty soon. And now I'm going to be going into my Dragonite and just hope he doesn't have the Hidden Power Ice. Or that so I know he's max HP, could be scared that I am like a faster spread and could outspeed the Entei, though I do not outspeed the Entei because I'm a bulkier spread as well. So Solar Beam does nothing, even with my minus special defense nature. I go for the Aqua Jet here just to get as much damage off, and it does a lot of damage to the arrow, so I'm happy with that. Goes for the Stone Edge and does decent damage to my Celesteela. This revealed that he's Adamant, so I'm fine with that. I can Leech Seed here to heal more damage off and kill this Mega Arrow with Protect, but I miss. That's very unfortunate because I'm very low HP here. I'm going to die to the Mega Arrow if I don't switch. And if he gets rocks up and I don't Rapid Spin, this Celesteela is basically useless. So that really puts me on the back foot there. I still have a chance though, for sure. I go to my Donphan, so he can't do too much to me unless he has the Ice Fang. But he does not reveal that there. Go for a Stone Edge to get some damage off. Hopefully kill if he does have the Ice Fang. But I miss with Stone Edge. Unfortunate. Venusaur is a pretty safe play, especially because I Mega Evolved, so I'm not too afraid of Ice Beam. So it goes for the Leech Seed. I do hit, fortunately. Ice Beam doesn't do much, but it freezes. So that really, really blows. I can't do anything with my Venusaur now, unless if I Heal Bell with Vaporeon, which will just lose me a ton of momentum in this match. So I gotta find a way to really chip down his team. And Terrakion's still sitting in the back, ready to do some damage. So I go to my Vaporeon here to get rid of the burn. He's going to go on Entei. I could Heal Bell here pretty safely, so I assume he is going to go for the Sunny Day. I'm pretty sure I can still stall out this Entei, because he doesn't have the weakness policy boost now. So that's my goal here in these next couple turns, is just to stall out this Entei as much as possible. See, that Solar Beam does a little under half. And I think the damage roll is around 50%. So he could have killed me at +2 for sure. I protect there, goes into Terrakion, very bold, and goes for the Sword Stance. If I get a burn here, that would be great, but I do not. And at this point, I'm predicting that he goes for the +2, whatever the fight in EMZ close combat is to kill my Vaporeon, because that's the only way he could kill me, or if he's Life Orb, but I'm assuming he's Z-move. But he goes for the sub here, very ballsy play. But it works out for him, and now he goes for the Z move, which is the all-out pummeling, and kills my Vaporeon. So I'm in pretty bad shape right here. Assuming he has Stone Edge, this fourth move, not Zen Headbutt, which is fine. I just gotta break his sub, and I should be able to take any +2 hit. Goes for the Sword Stance here. I don't know if I agree with that. I would have just tried to get off as much damage on Venusaur as I could, but I guess he didn't want to risk hitting 2 Stone Edges to kill me. He goes for the sub there, predicting me to switch into like Donphan, I suppose, which is not a bad idea. But if I did that and he killed me with close combat there on my Donphan when he goes for the sub, I basically lose the game, because I would have to Giga Drain with... No, I wouldn't lose the game. So I would Giga Drain with... No, I would lose the game, because Dragonite can break the sub with Aqua Jet, but then I wouldn't have anything to kill it. I guess I'd have to Aqua Jet with Dragonite, and then use Earthquake on Scolipede to kill the Terrakion there. But I would have lost a ton of Pokemon in the process. So my only play there was the Giga Drain. So I get that prediction right. Though it was not really predict, I just had a... It was in front of me. Goes for the Stone Edge here and does not kill my Donphan, which is great. Because of my team builder, I have Cussed Up Area and I can kill this Terrakion. So essentially 2 Pokemon dead, but not... 1 died, technically 2. 2's going to die here with this Fortress. I don't want it to get up too many hazards, so I'm going to Rapid Spin. I realize he is going to get at least 1 hazard up, whether it's Rock or Spikes. I prefer it to be Spikes. He goes to Rapid Spin, takes away my Stealth Rocks, which sucks. But I do want to get health, even though I could kill it with Dragonite. I don't expect him to stay in here, so he's going to scout out that Fire move. He goes in Aromatisse. So I want to make sure I get as much health as possible on my Celesteela, in case like Aromatisse could have hidden power Fire to kill the Celesteela from the amount of HP I'm at. So I want to make sure I have my Celesteela up at a higher HP I'm at. So I go for the Leech Seed here and I miss. I think that's the 4th Leech Seed miss there, and that's really, really sucky. So now he's able to get all these hazards up. I don't have Defog on my Dragonite, obviously, so I'm just in a very bad situation. I do have a little bit more HP in my Celesteela, which is cool, but that's not in a great position for me here. I'm pretty sure I lose this game just because I don't think I'm going to have an opportunity to get a Fire move up with Dragonite. He brings in his Entei and goes for the Sunny Day, which I don't think was a good idea just because a normal Fire Blast did a ton of damage, especially with all the hazards up on the field. But I do reveal the tech with Rocky MZ Stone Edge. So that's nice. I get a kill on his Entei. Hopefully I can get a couple more kills before I'm probably going to lose this game, unless if he really misplays at the end here. So he can kill me with a Fire Fang from this amount of HP. So I just have to go into my Dragonite. I guess I could have switched into something else like the Scolipede, but I was going to die. Something was going to die to this Aerodactyl. And maybe I shouldn't have picked the Dragonite to go down, because that was my most reliable way to killing the Fortress. I was going to lose this game either way. So, and I needed a Venusaur for the Suicune, and I needed the Skull P to outspeed his Mega Arrow. So I do as much damage as I can with Aqua Jet there. He kills me with the Pursuit, whatever. I go into my Venusaur here and hopefully can live one hit. And I do Synthesis up just to stay at as much HP as possible. And the rest of this, because I don't have Hidden Power Fire on my Venusaur, and I don't have a Fire move on my Celesteela. He's basically going to spend the rest of this trying to scat out if I do have a Fire move or not. So I go for damage on the Fortress. Goes for some hits. He doesn't get the burn there. I get a Lead Seed off. I get a Lead Seed on this as well. So he's scouting if I have the a Fire move. And I realized this, so I didn't want to reveal my last move on Celesteela, so hopefully I can pick up a cheeky kill at some point in this match. And I do here by revealing the Heavy Slam and killing either Aromatisse or the Mega Arrow. So I do get another kill. It tilts with my differential, but I'm going to just skip a bunch of the turns. I get my Scolipede in at some point to hopefully kill this Suicune, get a Poison Jab, Poison, which I do not, so I'm not able to kill it. He's going to be able to stall me out the rest of this match with a Sensoid Rapid Spin and a PP stall. At some point, which it looks like it's here, I go for all my Giga Drains, because that was my best chance, was to get multiple crits on this Fortress, and hopefully that Giga Drain can knock him out. Because he can just safely go for Hidden Power or Rapid Spin, but I'm gaining more HP in this regards than he's actually doing to me, which is pretty cool. But I keep Giga Draining. He's not doing a whole lot of damage. I get a crit at the end there, but it wasn't enough. So I do lose this game 3-0 to Leo. It was just a really sucky game, as you all saw, with all the burns and the freeze that I had, as well as all the lead seed misses that I had. Just really was not able to wear down this Fortress like I like to, or keep my Celesteela with enough HP to take on the Mega Aerodactyl. So that is a loss for us. If we win these next 2 games, we should have a pretty good chance to make it past pools, but we'll see. Until next time, later.